Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of ABAP Explained. Today, in the next episode of CAP Explained, we're gonna be creating a Fiori Elements app. So a very interesting, exciting topic. It's very simple, but let's go together through all these steps. And first, I want to go to the scheme and make the books entity a bit more wider, I would say, because it's too simple for now. And if we want to create an application with fields and so on, let's just make it a little bit more interesting. So we've got the title, author. Let's do a genre of type string. So what type is this book? Fantasy. It's so on. Published at with a date. And let's say how many pages has the book, integer, and let's do a price because a bookstore needs some prices. So let's do with decimals, 9 numbers, and then 2 decimal points. Shift Alt F to format this, and we've got ourselves the new upgraded entity. And just so we can update the data, this time I won't be, or maybe I will, Control Shift C to open the terminal. Let's make it a bit smaller. Okay. And let me delete the books CSV and then do CSV add data, just so we will be creating a new CSV data. And as you can see, all the new fields are there. But this time, instead of generating the data by ourselves, let's create some real data. Just so in our application, we don't see some IDs and numbers, but we can also see real data. So we'll do a quick magic here. And bam, just like that, we have some data. I have added 10 records to the books CSV and to the authors. So we're gonna have some clear data now. And just to make sure, let's go with CDS watch to start the server and control click on the link to see the data. So we still have 3 service endpoints, and we can see the data here. Some books. Okay, Control V, Control W to close the tab, and let's proceed to creating the application. And to do that, let's go click Control Shift P to open this command prompt on top to search the applications. The application that we're looking for is Open Application Generator, and in my case, it's on the top because I've used it recently. But if you don't see it, you can just type in Fiori Open Application Generator. It will pop up. You can click on it or press Enter. Let's close all the other tabs. And now, maybe let's close the terminal also. You can see we've got this template selection because we're going to be creating an application by selecting a template, not from scratch. And starting off, let's go with the list report page, which is the most basic one, most commonly used, I would say even. Click on next, select the data source, and in our case, it's use a local CAP project, so all the services that are here. It's identifying the project because we have only one, and picking the OData service as bookstore service. Click on next, and automatically, without clicking, it selects everything by itself. But you can, of course, change the entity. If we would like to create an application about authors, we can do that. But let's go with the default books. Leave everything as it is. Press on next. And the only difference we're going to make is with the module name, which will be the module, the application name in our local project. So let's call it bookstore list view. application title, bookstore, view, let's say. And just switch off this virtual endpoints. We don't need them for now. And let's click on finish. And at the bottom right corner, you can see installing dependencies. So it's installing and generating the application. If you go to our source control, you're gonna see that like 20 files have been created. Don't worry about them. You don't need to know all of them. What's important is we've got this new app folder, and our application is with the name that we added, so bookstore list view. For now, let's not go into details what's in there, but let's just see how the application looks like. So click Ctrl-Shift-P, Ctrl-Shift-C to open the terminal, and let's go CDS watch, and let's see what has been generated. So we get some information. It's loading some new modules, and we can ignore all that. And let's just go to the service. And as you can see, we've got some something new here. So let me just scroll so it's visibly better. We've got 4 web applications. We will not worry about these 3 for now. The one you should be looking at is the index.html, which is just the application we have just created right now. And let's go into that. And maybe I will make it smaller again. So this is the application we have created. Everything automatically. We haven't been coding anything, any CSS or so. And yeah, but what's wrong? We don't see any data. So the basic thing that we can do to see the data is click on go, just basically search or load the data. And if we go click on go, you can see all the books we have created in the CSV file that are like in the database, the CSV database. And additionally to that, if I click on one of the records, I can see the object page of this book. And that's pretty cool because also we haven't generated anything here. The only option we have here is to delete the book. Sure, let's click on delete, and it will delete this entity automatically going back. As you can see, we've got only 9 rows left. You can also select one, delete this one. So this is automatically added to our application without any changes. Let's see if the search works. So basically I will look for the ocean below book. Close enough. It finds ourselves free of the records. This search is not, it's like a combined search for everything that the entity contains. Okay, so it's not a particular per word, but we can add some filters later on. So okay, that's what we have created. And now let's go back and make this application a little bit better, a little bit more suited for daily use. Okay, so the basic screen that you're gonna see after creating an application is the application info. So here we have all the information about the created application. If you close it, don't worry, just go Ctrl-Shift-P and search for Fiori Open Application Info. If we have only one application, it automatically opens the info. You have more, it will show you a list. And then what's most important, interesting for us is the page map. So if we go to the page map, we can see the whole flow of the application. So first we've got the list report, which is the list that we saw. And then we have the object page with just the concrete entry of our table. So let's go again to our console, not this console, this console. Let's go CDS watch. I want to show you side by side how it looks like. Port is already in use. That's true. Let's close it. Maybe I shouldn't be having so many terminals. Let's close them. And CDS watch again. No worries with that. So let's go with this one. Move this to the side and go with this one. Okay, so it's pretty cramped right now. Let's try by closing this terminal, and you can close the application info just so we can have a clear look on that. Okay, so I told you at first that you need to go to the index.html, which is kind of true. You will see the application generated by itself here, but you don't see the whole picture. If you want to see the whole picture, you should go to the sandbox that has been generated. The sandbox is like the sandbox place to test your applications. And you can see we have many applications to test from, the standard SAP. But what's interesting for us is the bookstore view. So as you can see, we have typed in the name bookstore view in one of the fields, and we can open the application. So it looks almost the same, just with the difference that we have the user and the title of the application. Okay, so it's quite important because for now, for example, we can do some manipulation here. Okay, so just so you can remember, this view is the list report. Okay, this is the basic application. If you go to one of the entries, you're entering the object page. Okay, so the page of one of the books we have. You can see we've got this general information section and the basics we have in our CSV. Okay, so for now, let's start maybe with the title. It automatically pulls the bookstore view title, which we created, but we can change it by going here. Maybe if you have closed it, you can open it, the side panel, which are all the associations, and not associations, annotations of our application. So it might be getting a little bit complex now, but no worries, it's everything all simple, all described. If you don't know what something is, you can read it for yourself. So let's change the title to start off, and let's do some test. And because the server is running in my background, I haven't closed the application, it will reload everything. Okay, so if I do Control-Shift-C, but not on this one, you're gonna see that the app is still running. If I change something, it reloads it. It's like live watch, live reload, and automatically I can see the effect here. Okay, so I will be closing this terminal just so we have some space for coding. And yeah, you can see we've got this on the description on the upper of our page, and here is the description of our page. So I was fine with the app title that generated, but you can change it. And let's leave it for now. The first and most important, I would say, annotation is the auto load. So after we enter the page, we don't see any data. It's very bad. Okay, so we need to click on go, and then we see first see the data. This really isn't the best thing to show to the customer. So after you click on the list report on this pencil, it takes us to the books list, and we can do some manipulation. So header is of course the header part on the top. Filter bar is this one. We can add some filters, and the table is this on the bottom one. So after I go to table and scroll a little bit down, I have something called initial load, which is, as you can guess, is the initial load of the data. So if I press enabled, it will reload the application, and instantly we get the data. So if I reload the page, and let's just do here, not with F5, we see the data. If I put it to disabled or nothing, after I load the page, I get nothing. Okay, so keep in mind to keep this enabled. Okay, and so instantly we get this nice auto load. Okay, so that was the first annotation. What can we else do in this first video? We could add, for example, some filters, because I showed you that you can filter by doing something, and it's like working kinda. This is not this is like a standard filter bar which combines everything and packs it into one. What we can do more specific, we can filter per any field that we have on our page. So let's click on Add Filter Fields, and it will just give me a list of all the fields that I have on my entity. And for example, I want to filter by, let's say, the price. Why not? Okay. And after clicking on Add, it will reload the page, and automatically we can see the price filter, which for integers initially isn't the best way. But we can go with, let's say we've got good point. We don't see the price now because everything is so cramped. Maybe if I make it a little bit dark, okay. And now if I filter for any price with 79, you can see we get one entry. And we just in like in SAP, you can do between, less than, and so on and so on. Let's go with less than 50. And let's see, we get some entries. So that's how you can add some filters. And yeah, very simple. The next thing, most basic thing we should probably start off with is adding some, okay, thank you, I don't need this, is adding some fields, because these fields are like automatically added by the generator, but we of course can add some more fields by pressing on columns, and here add basic columns, just as simple as that. Okay, so we got the most interesting fields, but let's say I want to know when the entry has been created. This is the field from the managed aspect. So sure, let's just add it to see it. And just like that, we've got this published add column. We can move the fields, the columns, so it doesn't need to be the same hierarchy. You can click here by pressing move up, move down, or you can pick one and just pull it up. So let's say I'm interested to see the price first after the title. Moving UI node failed. Okay, that's great. That should work, right? Okay, usually it works. If it doesn't work now, that's just, okay, that's very interesting. File JSON. Okay, let me just go and reopen this. Let's see what's up. If I do this one, okay, so usually you can use it. I don't know why it's not working right now, but let's say I switched pages with the price and it changed it order. Okay, so very simple. And okay, it still is giving me some failure. I don't know why. Usually it doesn't happen, so don't worry about it. We've got a filter, we've got some columns. We can add, what can we add else? Let's say that we don't like the columns names, because you can go to any column and it has its own annotations also. So let's say the title doesn't suit for us. We can change the label to book name. And after reloading, we have book name. You can also add translations, but we won't cover this in this one. So let's just go through all of these. General, I like them. published at and price. Okay. Oh, great communication error. It's gone. It's working. Going crazy today, Cap. Okay, no worries. So I would say we can stop right here because I keep getting these timeouts. But I would say the first page is looking kind of nicely. Maybe let's just go. I can't even change the filter fields. I don't see the price. Usually it should appear here. But as I say, it's going crazy today. So no worries. You can change the label for this one and for anything else. I would say that's quite a huge step. You have created this nice application here, this nice list view, and in the next episode we'll probably cover the object page because currently it's not looking the best, to be honest, but good enough for auto-generated. Okay, so work's done. I could say thank you for this video, but let's just go and do some commits to save the data. So you can see we have 24 new files, 24 files that have changed. So let's open the terminal and let's do git add dot to stash all of our changes. And let's do git commit. I will call it just with this episode 4, message episode 4, first application. Why not? Enter. It has saved all the data. You can see our source control is empty. And let's just do git push to see if it works. And just like that, it has pushed all the changes to our repository. So you can take a look at it right now. Okay, thank you very much for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for this little trouble with this errors popping up. Oh, I just noticed you didn't see this errors because my head was covering it, so no worries. I could have skipped that. Never mind, we created this nice application. I see you in the next episode, guys. Leave comments, likes, and subscribe. That keeps me motivated. Thank you, and bye.